All right, man. Let's talk about the Lions. It's been projected or said that they will be massively over the cap next season, but nobody knows the cap number. It depends on the league revenue, which it just keeps going up and up. A lot of the extensions kick in next year, so I think that's what a lot of people are actually worried about. But I don't think it's a problem because they still have 50 some million in cap space right now. Um, So yeah, you all NFL contracts as good as you write or you write it on a back of a fucking tree leaf. But Detroit Lions have some challenges coming in 2026 as pertaining to salary cap, with several big extensions hitting the books both this year and next year. The 2026 will see the team face some challenges with cap. As it stands currently, they project to be 54 over 54 million over the cap of 2026. But it's hard to predict what the cap is going to do. The number ranks last amongst entire NFL teams in total cap space in 2026 based on the over the cap estimates of the salary cap just being 295. With just under 350, but nobody knows what that number is going to be. That number can jump to 350. Who knows? With just under 350 million set on the books in terms of team spending, Detroit Lions will have some creativity how it handles the situation. And of course, there's always creativity. There's always cutting guys. There's always trading guys. There's always restructuring guys. He said Detroit is in a unique. He said the official cap number 2026 will not be announced until next offseason, with the allocated amount depending on the league revenue. NFL jumped to 23.8 million in salary amount from 2024, which is a record high. So I mean, it can keep going up. Heading, and especially with the NBA Finals not being watched the way it's being watched. You know what I'm saying? So that's another critical thing to think about. But the NBA Finals, not being watched the way, in other sports not getting the spotlight that they get, that's another reason why. That's another reason why. That's another reason why the revenue keep going up. No other sport is doing well right now. There is no competition. So Detroit is in a unique spot. They currently have 40 million in cap space heading in 2025. As a result, the organization will benefit from saving a large chunk. See, you got these people who love to look ahead just to make conversation because there's not much to talk about. This is really who really gives a hell right now. Who really gives a hell right now? You must ask yourself that. Who really cares? Because you can cut guys, trade guys, restructure guys. Most of these guys won't be back. So I see somebody do a mock draft with the Lions drafting a receiver from Washington at pick 28. Who knows? Like, why are people looking? You can't really look into the NFL. You can't even predict the who gonna be in the playoffs or the sleeper teams this year in the NFL. That's hard to predict. The NFL is very hard to predict because it's a high collision sport. It's a high collision sport. So a lot of these guys, they not gonna be the same. Some guys gonna get better. There's gonna be some surprise rookies, some that was undrafted, some that was drafted. Like I continue to say, man, just take your time. Y'all always gonna look for, we have a problem here in cap, bro. The NFL, people say, we shouldn't stop talking to the guy. We shouldn't sign Kirby Joseph. How you not sign a guy to take the ball away at that clip? Nothing is more important in football than taking the ball away other than scoring and scoring. So you can't let a guy who took the ball away at that clip and you not sign him. That's the most valuable thing that somebody can give you is he takes the ball away. He has ever since he came into the league, he didn't have much football experience coming to the league neither, so he's getting better and better. Every time he comes in, every time you look at it, it's a fumble, it's a pick, or he making a big hit. How do you ignore that? How do you ignore that? So, like I said before, the NFL contracts are really no good, man. So NFL contracts, but while available cap space this year wouldn't cover all the liabilities next year, it would provide initially another option. Detroit is restructuring big contracts. Frank Ragnar's retirement will help the organization recoup some money and save and cap savings. But even so, there will need to be some extra maneuvering. There's always maneuvering. Elected to pick up Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams, 2026 fifth-year options, which means they will not have to worry about a hefty extension hitting the books in this next season. However, players like Alexander Zoni, Khalif Raymond, DJ Ritter, Meek Roberts are entering the final season of their respective deal. Any extension they sign would take effect in 2026. They probably don't plan on bringing them back. As it stands, the Lions' big cap hits in 2026. Goff's extension, $70 million. Ahmad 33, Penny 28. By restructuring some of these contracts, ship some value in the back end of the deals, Detroit can create wiggle room. They could turn that into signing bonus, and I don't think that hurt the cap. I could be wrong on that. While the numbers imposing at the current juncture, the Lions can help themselves plenty by rolling over what they have next season. And that don't necessarily mean nothing. You can cut guys without big consequences and repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Like they just need something to talk about. This is why they drafted the big fella out of Ohio State. This is why they drafted Tate Radlish. They drafted these offensive linemen so they can turn the roster over. Who knows? Taylor Decker may walk away next year. They might. He may just say, "Well, I had enough. I'm gonna walk away." Who knows? So who knows? But I'm going to read too much into it. Everybody looking first with the Lions being cheap, and come on. So that's why I wouldn't read too much into it. But we'll see what happens. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. I mean, wherever I'm producing content at. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out Detroit Lions Top Playlist. Peace.